Anna, is your friend missing again? She was around yesterday. There you are, Didge. Get her. It's all clear behind you, Fort. Wide open. We are out of here right away this morning. Looks like we've got 2 really nice days. Highs in the mid 70s today. And then we've got rain coming, more rain coming. So we're gonna push to try to get what we can done before that rain gets here. Thunder. Pretty sure it's got to be that stupid filter right inside the tank there. There we go, I found a sweet spot. I'm not taking that filter out because I don't like $12,000 emissions repair bills. Thunder to the sequel. You getting this pig greased?
These are a pain, Zach.
Well, the good thing is there isn't very many grease zerks overall on it. And I think we're supposed to grease that once a year. I should probably check on that. Look at that Prairie Big Top. Let's go fill up the Big Top.
Maybe the radio's drawing something when it's sitting there. Either that or we got a power problem somewhere, but suppose we should try and watch that and figure it out if we can.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Kind of seems like maybe there would be something with that. Time for the morning coffee.
Looks like most of the grandstand, they were standing the whole time. It's just different. It's just the way they've done it. And like I said, that red and white.
Now remember, this is the visual part of my job that everybody from the highway sees. People talk like sometimes grain farmers just go back and forth in their fields, and sometimes we do. When things go good, when the weather's good, when things don't break down, when it's go time like this, somebody's got to be in the combine going back and forth. Yeah, it's not a difficult job. It's the visual part of the job, but you don't see all the management stuff that's going on behind the scenes.
Talk to anybody about the test plot. I guess I'm going right through that right away. But there is no way possible you can see the road.
Sounds like our test plot that we normally harvest. If you've watched, I've explained that where the companies pay money to enter the plot, and then we test the varieties against each other. That money goes towards scholarships for local high schoolers going into an ag field. It's part of the local association or board that I'm a part of, but it's been so destroyed by wind and drought this year that we're not even going to factor in the data because it's just it's non-existent. You can't go with the rows, you can't even separate it. This year is kind of just get the grain out of the field, and it is what it is. And oh yeah, sometimes our job is harder than what it seems to be from inside the combine, but right now this is pretty easy. That's a full one there. Ruts, mud, steering with the brakes. This is not something we've done for a while and didn't necessarily expect after a season of drought. There we got water down the standing row. 6 weeks ago or so, I made a video where I talked about our worst nightmare and having a lot of rain come during harvest after not getting any rain throughout the growing season. Here we are. Well, there we go. the final 12 rows across this field, and then we're down to 450 acres roughly. Yeah, we got a little bit of mud to fight right now, and there's been some down corn and some issues like there always is, but overall, I keep saying it, we couldn't ask for nicer temperatures. This harvest so far really has gone incredibly well. Just a quick check here before I leave the field. Onyx said our hunting spot had some trees down. Better check here and see what we're dealing with. Well, this is normally where we set up a blind. That's a shooting lane there. There's a shooting lane there, so we can clean that up. We're not bad. I was expecting worse. This isn't so bad, but we'll have to get out here and clean it up a little. Maybe look for that on our Between the Rows channel. It's our second channel. It should be linked below somewhere. Now we got about a half-mile north down the highway before I can cut into a field, cut across, and take another half or 3/4 of a mile of gravel. So it's not worth pulling the header off. I got a spotter in the pickup up here. Alan's gonna let me know when the road is clear. We'll get out there and do our thing. 5 to 4. Do you want me to start taking end rows here?
You sure can. I'm actually taking rows on this piece that's south of the driveway. But if you want to try and see what you can do with the rest of it, that'd be good.
As you can see, this is another field where we're gonna have to cut at an angle. I'm hoping we can go both directions. It isn't as bad as the last field, but everything else after this, we should be able to go straight with the rows as we've been doing with this machine for the last couple of days. Unloading at a steady 2.5 miles per hour because I can't really see the rows at all. And the 30-inch head, which this one is the one that gets stuck taking the end rows off. Makes sense. Good times. On a positive note, once we're done with this 90 acres, we're gonna have a 20-foot wide, 12-row, 20-inch corn header for sale if anybody's interested. Look at that sample. That is a thing of beauty right there. It's too bad when you look this direction that it's not a thing of beauty, but you know, I'm told I have lunch waiting for me over here. Did you bring me a ribeye?
I was close, but all I got was chili.
Oh, that's close enough.
Close enough.
Get that going a minute, buddy.
It's going. What do you?
Get rich!
Sell out. I was hoping for steak and a Coors, but Colin said Swatsky didn't go for that. But the
Another round 4.
one of the local FFA chapters is out delivering lunches to the farmers in the area here. So we got chili and I call them cookie bars. You know, after a week of beef jerky and almonds and children's prepackaged breakfast bars, this is pretty good. I think I'm gonna add a little upgrade kit to it. The race car driver in me says the corn doesn't matter. I must beat him to the other end at all costs. Look at the job that his header does of chopping with those narrower snouts. He can get so much tighter on the stalks. And he doesn't leave as long as strings as I'm leaving over here. Just a fun little fascinating observation for you guys. Oh, stretch break. I really don't need this sweatshirt at all. Must be about 95 degrees out here. Man, this restroom area is a mess. I can hardly walk through it. There is food in that lunchbox. I definitely don't need it, but I'm bored. Now that's kind of a cool view. There's about 15 acres left in this field. Dad's gonna stay and finish that. I'm gonna get headed down the road so that I can get to that next field kind of ahead of him and open up a spot for the trucks and bringing him in and all that good stuff. This will be our last 100 acres now up here. Then we got 250 acres south of us a few miles, but we're gonna see where we're at tomorrow before the rains come. Apparently our big horse, the 9570R, that Nate 2.0 is running tillage on right now has got an exhaust system filter issue, which is another product of having you run DEF and that whole system. But we're not going to get into that right now.
There.
Hi. I talked to Daryl on that 9570. He said it's regenning too often. He figures there's an injector burning too much fuel and it can't keep up.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. So
There's warranty on it.
it should have power guard, right?
It should till the 25th of October.
Okay, he's gonna do a little more research and let us know something, but it sounded like they maybe got to come out and test something in the morning to have a better idea on where to go with it.
Okay.
Well, you'll notice now that it's dark out, and that was not one of my girls. That was Annika. She's a very big fan of the Millennial Farmer. This is her field here, and she and I had a long conversation about a lot of things. Minnie Mouse, corn going in and corn coming out, how a skunk ate all of her cat's food. She wore some lipstick now. She got a new doll. She has tons of friends at daycare. When she stands on the seat, she's taller than me. All kinds of fun stuff. So Annika, you are welcome to come for a ride anytime. You just got to get your mom or your dad to bring you out here when you see us in the field, all right? Combining. Are you thinking then we'll try to, do you want to go to Starbucks tomorrow? Because this isn't going to take us long.
Well, all the time I thought if we get done here, that would be good.
Right, and hopefully, I mean, hopefully we do. It'd be pretty early if things go well.
Yeah, if we get done at 5:30, I don't know what we'll do. If we get done at 3:30, we'll probably have to go to Starbucks for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, that will be a ways, but we're going, I mean, I don't have any end rows now, so it should all just be straight rows, so we should be going a lot quicker.
Okay, you got them off all the way around the grove and all the way next to Kurt Blair's?
Yep.
On the north side?
Yep, north. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so maybe I will drive truck. I'll see if Jim wants to keep going for a while, but...
Lights off. Engine off. I'm sorry guys, it was a very eventful day. I didn't drive anything else. Nothing broke down. I'm really sorry about that. All we did was harvest about 140 acres of corn. We're down to roughly 300 to go now, but there's rain coming, so we are not going to finish 300 acres before that rain gets here. Well, that wasn't a bad day.
Oh, that was a pretty good day.
Yeah.
I hope you don't back the combine up in the morning. My dad'd be really mad at me if he knew I parked the tractor right behind the combine.
He wouldn't go for that?
Can't see behind the combine. He said never park behind a combine.
That's a good point.
Yep.
Another hour later and I've switched bins, changed the dryer setting, been up the wet bin, been up the back bin, been all over the place over here. So that's all set to go. I'll be out to check it in a few hours. All right, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it.
Well, good night, everybody. Good night. Good night.